y'all. So it's your girl Versatile. She is Choco Blue Experience. And yes, I'm a Car's Mother Album, and I'm back with another video, another word. And so y'all, today I have a special guest. I have my brother Lamont, but we call him Flip because he be doing backflips. I know, I'm just playing. But yeah, this is my brother. He is a high schooler, so he's gonna tell you guys pretty much, um who he is, what he does, or what he loves to do in his age and stuff like
Hello, what's up? My name is Lamorne Hires. It's cool. I hope to be a movie director one day. This is my first interview, so nervous, but yeah, we doing it. So yeah,
Right. And how old are you?
17, about to go 18. January this month.
Okay, okay.
27.
On the 27th. Yeah, big dog. Right now. So I wanted to interview him because if y'all don't believe it or not, there is a lot of like family and stuff that don't have like relationship. So I feel like this is gonna help me and my brother like be able to connect on a different level. But not only that, I know that we don't hear a lot of times from like high schoolers or kids that are in high school or middle school, and we don't get to hear about their life as far as like how they're following God or what they're doing when they're not with their parents, or if their parents don't make them go to church. So I had just thought about it and I was like, you know what? First episode is going to be on my brother. So, y'all, this is episode 1 of the podcast. And I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but yeah. And so, anyways, bro, the first question that I had was, how is it being a high schooler?
It's nice. It's hard, but it's nice. I'm in 11th grade, trying to go to 12th, so it's cool. I got at the start of third quarter right now. I got A's and B's, so I hope to keep that up. You know, I had E's in my second quarter, but I was pushing them up, talking to my teachers. Getting the missing work, stuff like that was going good for me.
Yeah.
Changing schools, Booker T from to late Teller. That's cool, but a loss of friends, but it is what it is. You got to keep persistent, got to keep moving on, got to move to the next chapter of your life.
Yes, and I really like that because like this morning when I was doing prayer call, we were talking about dang, I wish I had my book in front of me, my journal that I had wrote in this morning from Bible study, from prayer call. But we basically were just talking about how like when God tell us to move, and it was talking about like crossing over the Jordan, the river and everything. And oh, it was Joshua 3. And we were talking about like, like how it feels like, it feels unfamiliar, it feels different. And I'm going through that myself, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, dang, like this year feel unfamiliar, it feel different to not be able to do what I was doing last year. Or it sometimes feels the same because I'm like, dang, God, am I feeling stagnant like I was last year? But we got to understand too that even when we are going to places that we don't want to go, we're still growing. So I definitely love that. um Another thing that I wanted to talk about was, how's your faith? And I know I heard you say that, going to a different school, like it's definitely unfamiliar and it's different for you because you lost a lot of friends or whatever the case may be from, going to your other school. So I wanted to know, like, how's your faith? How do you feel as far as like going to this new school? And you know what faith means, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So, like for me, faith. Me and my mama and my stepfather, we started this new thing where we got our daily breads downstairs. You might have seen them in the basket, but we read them every day and every night before we go to school and when we come back home. You know, so that's how I keep maintaining my faith, or I read the word by myself sometimes. When
Yeah.
they don't, not reading the daily bread with me,
Right.
I go into the Bible, read chapters by myself, spend about 20, 30 minutes reading them.
Yeah.
And before I go to bed. But the loss of friends things, I'm slowly getting over it. We all got to embrace change. So, you know, I'll be all right about that.
Right. And so, like, I believe that your faith will just grow even stronger because, believe it or not, like, even when we go to places that we really don't want to be in, it's like God has allowed us to go to a new place because He knows that there is an assignment that He needs us to do. So, meaning, like, even if you're like, man, I don't want to go to this new school, I got a lot of friends that are back in my old school, and it's stuff that I wanted to do there, and stuff that I want to graduate with these peoples and X, Y, and Z,
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, cool. But then you get to a new school and you start to to see the benefits. Like you
Mhm.
start to see certain things that you might have prayed for in the past, or certain things that you're able to do at this new school that you probably wouldn't ever be able to do at the old school. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like we also have to understand that people come and go, and I definitely believe that
Yeah.
like having friends is like a lifetime thing, but also being able to understand that some people are for a season and some people are for a reason. So it just means that like if you start a new job or whatever the case is, it don't mean that if you make a good friend at the job, 9 times out of 10 that could be a friend that could be for lifetime. But
Yeah.
then it also could be somebody that was just your friend at that point in time. You know what I mean? So I think it's good that you are learning how to let go, and also learning how to like move on. Like that's gonna be something that's gonna play like a huge part in your life when you become an official adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Can I cut you off for a
yeah,
moment
yeah,
right
you
there?
good, you good.
Look, so about what you said about people coming around for a season.
Yeah.
Me and my mom was just downstairs last night.
Talking about
No, not
that.
last night, but like I think one other night for the snow had hit. We was looking at something with Medea had
Yeah.
said something
Yeah.
about people as a season coming around.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
crazy that
yeah,
you said that. It took me right
yeah.
back there. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, and that's funny that you said that too, because I was saying that about last week at my church. We did TNT, so we always do like Bible study every Thursday.
Yeah.
So like this Thursday it's gonna be on Zoom, but last week it was on in person. So every
Hmm.
other it switch up. And so the dude that I had invited to church or whatever, because he was like having some trouble with understanding like how to speak in tongues.
Yeah.
So I was like, come to Bible study, da 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 da, because I had already told him stuff, but I was like, come to church so you can get like more revelation or whatever from other people that's in the community, right?
Gotcha.
And it was crazy because the pastor was talking about a scripture, and I believe it was Romans 8. And he was like, yo, he put it up in his phone while the pastor was preaching. He was like, I just was looking at this on Sunday. And I was like, it's so good because when you actually take time to actually study your Bible, like you said, with or without parents, right? With or without anybody else, right? Like he didn't just wait until Sunday to get the word. Like he's doing it on his own. So when he go back to church, he can actually understand what the pastor is saying because he did the studying on his own. And that's the same thing, right? You watched the video with mine, then you was like, oh dang, now that I'm speaking about it,
Yeah.
it's like, oh now I kind of know what she's talking about. Or you can understand because like it's like a metaphor in some type of way, if that makes sense. So that's good. A lot of the life stuff it goes along with everything that's kind of like in the Bible, as far as like God giving us a blueprint. Like God want us to take scriptures and he want us to apply it to our life. So that's good. You get it, you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
Another thing is I want to cut these questions because I don't want them to be so long, and I also
Yeah.
don't want to hold you for too long. But I want to know, what's one thing that's hard about school?
Um,
And it can be like literally anything.
coming back, I don't know what's really hard about it. Like nothing for me really hard about it for real.
Yeah. What do you find yourself kind of like struggling with in school, or feeling like, I don't know if I want to go to school and do that today? Like, do you have a class? Do y'all still have A and B days?
Yeah.
Okay, so what days or class do you feel like, I don't know if I want to go in that class
I
today?
got one, but
Like,
I'm getting better in it. It's
yeah,
economics and finance.
yeah.
Cause last year I had failed economics and personal finance, unfortunately. But this year I'm on my ball game, and I think I'm gonna pass it. I'm very, very strong about it right
You
now. So
will, you will. And I heard you say try earlier. Like, no, you're not going to try. You're going to do it. No, I
yeah,
don't think I know. You know what I mean? Like, we got to tell ourselves that. And it's about what we watching and what we hearing too. Like I said that to you a while back. Like what we playing in our ears, allowing our ear gates and stuff like that to hear. Like
yeah,
we have to protect those things, because you don't know if you are a seer. You don't know if you are a dreamer. And so when we see certain things and we hear certain things, it started to get stuck in our head. And I feel like that's so good because you already telling yourself that like, oh, I'm getting better. You know what I mean?
mhm,
So I feel like you can always make sure that you already doing it. Pat yourself on the back and give yourself some grace, because you are improving where you already knew that, you know what I mean? It was like a problem there. And like that's the first step to improvement and to greatness, you know? So
definitely a dreamer.
yeah, I love that. I love that. That's dope. I'm a dreamer too. And it's
Yeah,
crazy because like when I wake up, like I don't know if you do it, but you gotta make sure, even if you don't keep it by your bed, but I know you do because you love to write,
mhm,
try to journal it, like write it down or record it with your phone or whatever the case is. So you won't miss it. Because believe it or not, I went back to a couple of dreams that I had last year and the year before that, before I moved into my new place. And I was like, yo, like I can understand it now. So you can get a dream tomorrow night or tonight right, and
Yeah.
then not understand it. But then you could come back to it years later, weeks later, whatever the case is, and you be like, oh, that's what God was talking about. But then you
Yeah.
also gotta like pray once you get dreams too, like
Mhm.
right after when you wake up, because sometimes stuff will be scary, and sometimes like you won't understand it. But you gotta like wake up and pray and ask God for revelation, and then talk to God and see if that dream is for Him, because the enemy can send you dreams too. You know what I
He
mean?
can,
Yeah.
yeah, for
So
sure.
you just got to be careful. Down to my last two questions. Um, so my other question is, because I know a lot of kids can't do this, and like Akari go to like a private school,
Hmm.
so they can actually hug and do all of that. And it's crazy because his gym teacher used to work at Lake Teller, and he was like, the only reason why I came to this school, like to the Christian school, is because I'm able to show the kids like love, affection, and
Yeah.
you know. And so one of my questions is, do you talk about God at school? And if
Uh,
you do, will you get in trouble? Because they be like, they got different religions, so you can't do this, you can't do that.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
They
yeah,
real type about religion in any school. Like Booker T was saying that they won't like,
yeah,
religious stuff like that. My friend told me I believe in a higher power, but I don't believe in God. And I was looking at him like,
yeah.
how
So
you believe in a
who's higher power? Yeah, a
like
lot of kids be saying that.
see what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that one kid told me he believed in Muslim.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
And it's funny, but it's funny, but it's okay. Cause and the
Yeah,
only
gotta
reason
respect
why,
him.
yeah,
Respect
the
you.
only reason why that's good. The only reason why I'm laughing is because I'm just thinking about like how they probably said it. Like I'm a Muslim, like you know what I mean. Like kids be so funny, or
Yeah.
teenagers, period. But the only reason why I like that you said it about respect is because this morning I was actually on a prayer call with like two other people that's in this group chat that I'm in, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
send it to you so you'll probably download it and be in a group chat too, because it's a lot of
Uh,
like younger kids. And basically I was just telling them like I had just got finished praying the tongues and everything. It was like 3 o'clock, right?
mhm.
And I was like, yo, I feel like this is not enough. Like I feel like I do better when I pray in a community, when I pray with other people. I feel more powerful, more stronger, right? And so, excuse me. I was like, you know what? Let me see who else is up. And I had already texted two friends, but their phones don't do not disturb. They were asleep. I'm like, okay, God. So I got in the chat, and then these two people was like, they can get on the call with me. So I immediately called them. Whole time on the phone with them. First of all, they both do children's church ministry just like I do at my church. So that was another thing we had in common. Another thing was that we all was up at the same time and available to get on the call.
Yeah.
But the thing is that while we're all praying, me and the other girl did not know that the dude that was on the phone. I think he said he's Kojic, which is Christ of Jesus, Christ of God. I forgot what Kojic is. Sorry, y'all. But anyways, he was basically saying like, like that's his religion, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, it did not matter. And I told him that I said, and I hope this don't sound offensive to you, but I said it don't matter if you was Muslim, if you was Jehovah's Witness, whatever the case is, because when we got on this call, I know that you was praying to the same God that I'm praying to, because there's only one true living God, right? And then I said, it's funny because the advice that you giving me is not no advice from out of a Kojic Bible. Like
Yeah.
he's using the same Bible as me. You get what I'm saying? So it don't matter about what religion. And I think a lot of people get that mixed up too, because people be like, oh yeah, I'm this religion and I'm that religion. It's like, yo, whatever. If you go to church on Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, just go to church. You know what I
Not
mean?
trying to change
Like,
to another topic,
yeah.
but like what's that thing? Not genders, but skin color. Just like
Uh-huh.
skin color.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
don't matter what skin color you are. You can still
Oh
can
yeah.
support another religion, you know. You
Yeah.
don't have to base your religion off of somebody else's religion, just because they say I rock with this religion, you don't have to rock with that religion. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rock with the religion you want to, but believe in that religion and commit yourself to that religion. Don't just say you believe in that religion, just believe in it.
Yeah, because and that's why a lot of people follow different religions, because they got something that they see in the one religion. They're like, "Ooh, I can do that," but they look at another religion like, "Ooh, I can't do that." You know what I mean? So a lot of people don't want to accept the truth, even if it is the truth.
Yeah.
But it's like we're not going to be so stuck on a religion. What we're going to be stuck on is relationship, actually having a relationship with God, actually having a relationship with Jesus. Like there's only one man that died on the cross and rose again in 3 days. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I just feel like, you know whether you talk about God in school or not, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, or in old school, I just feel like that's good. And sometimes you got to realize that even if you in a circle, you might be the only light. You know what I mean? You might
Yep.
be the only one that are going to bring your other friends to Christ.
I done
You know what I
seen people
mean?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe you have that gift. Um, I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So my last question is: do you believe God's in control of all your situations, and can you change your circumstances?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe he in control of all that. I believe he in control of everybody's situation.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because if he not, who do you run to? You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
You ain't gonna run to the enemy. I hope not. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. That's
So
good. Yeah, I really like that. I think that it's harder for kids that's in high school because it's like it's so much stuff y'all go to and y'all go through and y'all trying to find yourselves. And I remember like when I was in high school, it was so much going on. And I feel like we
yeah.
wasn't so worried about Facebook and stuff like that. I mean, we had
Mhm.
MySpace, but we wasn't like,
Especially yeah.
too hooked on it. We still was going outside and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And like going to the skating rink, going to the mall,
But
or like meeting up at the mall.
see now it ain't like that.
Yeah. And like shooting and
Instagram,
stuff. Yeah.
addiction and Instagram, all that stuff.
Yeah.
My teacher was just talking about that on the Instagram stuff. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
I hardly be on Instagram. It's
Yeah,
crazy
no,
to
I,
think of
I,
that,
I
bro.
definitely I like that, and what I want to say is like I know you like be writing your books and your
Mm,
movies and stuff like that. Like stick to that. You know what I mean? Don't ever give up on something that you believe in. Like even if people that are your parents or whatever, it does not matter because you got to remember that God is your father. So
mhm.
like if your mom say, "Oh yeah, you can go to that party, right?" But then you ask God or you feel something in your gut, which is like they say it's woman intuition, but men also get discernment as well too,
Yeah.
right? So it's Holy Spirit whispering to you, like, bro, don't go to that party. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then you like, well, my mama did say I could go, and I ain't never been
Mm.
able to go. But God is like, no, I'm telling you, don't go. You know what I mean? So
Telling
it's like,
y'all.
even though your parents said yes, no, you know what I
Yep.
mean? Like that happened to
Yeah.
Jesus. You know what I mean? He was
Mhm.
like, well, my father and his dad was looking at him like, I'm your daddy. You know what I mean? Like, what you
Yeah.
mean, your father? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because God has the
Yeah.
last say. So God gonna protect you and make sure He goes before you, and that you'll be good in everything. So I really enjoyed this. I
Me
appreciate
too.
you,
Yeah.
taking out your time because I know you be busy having stuff to do. But like I say, just stick to the plan, stick to the vision, and do what you believe in. But also make sure you are working smarter rather than working harder.
Yeah.
And don't always tell your vision and your dreams and the things that you want to do to everybody because everybody cannot see what the vision that you're giving. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And people are trying to shoot it down or make you believe that you can't do it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So just have some grace for yourself and don't be so hard on yourself or like overthinking a lot of times. Just like make sure you are focusing on you. You know what I mean? And for me myself, like even though I'm fasting right now, like I even today I just took and blocked my Instagrams and stuff. So I can't even like get on them until after a
That's
certain
good.
time.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the dude at the gym, he was like, yeah, so what's your Instagram? I was like, hold on, I'm about to show you my video. So then when I had came back with my phone, I was like, oh dang, I can't even get on Instagram. And it's funny because to
Mhm.
be honest, if I click on the app, it's gonna remind me that I can't get up there.
Yeah.
But if I really wanted to feel like it's an addiction or that I'm idolizing Instagram, I can
Mhm.
click ignore limit. But I'm like,
Yeah, I
it
remember
made
that.
me
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about it,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
everything. Like, why do I have to get on Instagram? What you about to get on Instagram for? You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I really like that. For all y'all that got iPhones, use your screen time, utilize
Yeah, use it
things for your
wisely,
iPhone.
man. Use it
Yeah.
wisely.
So I really appreciate y'all for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Do you have anything you want to say before I end this?
No, not really.
You want them to follow you on Instagram?
Dog, look, I got a quote though.
Yeah.
Like from what I heard this from
What is
Kendrick.
Langston Hughes? Like no.
I heard this from Kendrick Lamar. Look, he
Uh-huh.
said we got the same 24. Spend it wisely, man. Spend your
Ooh.
24 wisely. Please do.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that, y'all. That's good. He about to get me talking again. No, y'all heard what he said. We all got the same 24. Spend it wisely, man. Make sure y'all
Yeah.
actually taking advantage of what y'all doing. Be productive today. Go to the gym, go to the library, read a book, do something for 30 minutes, whatever the case may be. Like, do it. All right. I love y'all. Love. Peace.